Hi, welcome to another edition of Eating Sharp with Lynn Sharp. Today I went out to my garden and I found a beautiful eggplant. We're going to use this eggplant to make eggplant parmesan at my friend's house, Sherilyn's, later on in the month. So today I decided to do a viewer request. I got a request for a recipe for banana bread. So I looked in my family recipes, found a great recipe for banana bread, and I changed it up a little bit. I'm adding a couple other items and substituting some things out, so it'll make it a nicer banana bread for you. So first you want to do is you want to start out with about 6 bananas or 2 cups of bananas. You want to whip these solid, or not solid, excuse me, you want to whip them so they're broken down a little bit. You'll also want to add about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice in that. That'll help keep those bananas fresh and pull out some more banana flavor out of the bananas too. Next we want to cream together 3 eggs into this and a cup of sugar. And to the sugar I'm going to add a half a cup of honey. This will give it a nice rich flavor. The Air Force is flying overhead today, so we might get a little interruption from them, a little noise from them. That's okay, they're doing their job, and we like that. They're keeping us free, our nation free and protected, so we don't mind that. So I've got a half a cup of honey with a cup of sugar in this, and the honey is going to give it a nice rich flavor. It's going to give it a homey type flavor to it. And we want to mix this really good. We want that sugar to get mixed in so that it doesn't sink to the bottom of our bread and doesn't taste good. Okay? Then we want about a 3/4 cup of oil in here. And to go with that, you can put 3/4 cup of yogurt. Now I like Greek yogurt because it's not as watery as regular yogurt. Now you can make Greek yogurt at your house. You just buy the regular yogurt, put it in a coffee filter and fix it so that it can drain out, and all that extra moisture overnight will drain out and you'll have Greek yogurt. So we'll put this Greek yogurt in. This is going to give it a nice tang. All these flavors together are going to make it really, really nice. Now you can substitute the oil, 3/4 cup of oil. You can substitute some applesauce in there. That'll cut down on the calorie count in your banana bread. So we'll mix this through good. And about this point, you'll want to turn on your oven at about 350. I have to always check my oven to make sure there's nothing in it, because growing up, my mother used to put our homemade cakes in there, and many, many times we had twice-baked cake because we forgot to look in the oven. So make sure there's nothing in your oven before you do that. Next, we want to add in our flour. Now you can use 3½ cups of regular white flour, or you can cut it down by using 2 cups of just whole wheat flour. Just add that right in. Before I mix that, I'll want to add a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking soda. We'll want to add a tablespoon of baking powder. And to make it really pop, the flavors make it really taste like the holiday season, I put in a tablespoon of cinnamon and about a ½ teaspoon of nutmeg. Now you can put some cloves in here as well. It's all really up to your preference, or you can put no spice in it at all. So it's really how you want to spice it up. You want to start it on low so your flour doesn't go everywhere. Take your time mixing it, it's okay. Then you can turn it up a little bit higher. Especially if you have the white flour, you really want to start it on low, because that white flour will just fly all over your kitchen when you start your mixer. halfway through, I like to scrape the edges down. That way I make sure all the stuff gets mixed in. Just like that. It smells so much like fresh bananas, it's amazing. Okay, at this point you can add in some chopped nuts or some raisins. I would only go about a cup, either or mix them together. I like to put in chocolate chips. I think chocolate with bananas is just heaven. So we'll just mix these in slightly. Just like that. Okay, for your pans, I like the smaller loaf pans. There are bigger loaf pans, but I like the smaller ones so that you can cut them in the portion sizes right for your guests. You can either oil and flour these, or you can just use a little cooking spray. I use this canola. I spray on there. And it'll probably go into 4 pans. So I'm going to fix 4 of them up here. Just like that. These lids are heck to get on. Okay, we'll get that out of the way. Now we'll pour these into the pans. You'll only want to fill them up approximately, see, I'm right-handed. This is going to be a little difficult. Let's go this way. You want to fill them up about halfway. Just about like that. We'll set that one aside. We'll fill up another one here. Now you want to bake these at your 350 for about 30 to 40 minutes. I would check them after 30 and make sure that they're baking up nice. You might want to flip them around in the oven so that they bake even depending on your oven. It looks like I'm going to get 3 out of here, which is a good amount with 6 bananas. And normally about 3 bananas per cup. So if you have any other recipes, I've got to switch this around. I am just right-handed enough that it's not going to work. So like I was saying, about 3 cups of bananas, or excuse me, 3 bananas will equal a cup. So if you have a recipe that calls for cups, you'll be able to figure that out. So my oven's not quite ready yet. When it does beep and says it's up to temperature, I'll put these in. You guys take a break and we'll come back. We'll see this when it pops out of the oven, and we'll also taste it. So we'll see you in just a few minutes. Alright, I tested the bread. The knife came out clean, so let's get it out of the oven. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Wow, the house smells really good. Let's turn this off. That'll cool down. You'll want to let these cool for probably at least 15 minutes before you try to pull them out of the pan. Then you can cut them and you can taste them. So if you want to hang out, we'll be right back and we'll taste this bread. We'll see you in a few minutes. Alright, you've got them out of the pan. Let's take a cut here. Look at that. You can see the bananas. You can see the chocolate chips. Let me get my fingers out of the way. You cut another slice. You can see the chocolate chips marbling that banana bread. Let me hold this up so you can see it. Here we go. See, like that. The bananas and the chocolate chips are all in there. This is going to be so hot because I couldn't wait. Let's take a taste. It's moist and it's got a nice little crust on the outside. The chocolate chips enhance the bananas, just like those old banana frozen chocolate covered bananas. And the cinnamon is there, and it's not overpowering. This is going to be a good banana bread to share with my family and my friends, or even put some ice cream on it in a bowl. Till next time, This is Lynn Sharp with Eating Sharp and Eat Well. You want some?
Yeah.